Hi everyone, and welcome to this Avalara Partner Exclusive update on e-invoicing and live reporting today. To those of you who have previously attended one of our Partner Exclusive webinars, welcome back. And if you're joining us for the first time today, then it's good to meet you. We're thrilled to have you with us today. Before we start the webinar shortly, here's some housekeeping for us for the next 45 minutes or so. So on screen, I'm sharing the Avalara Safe Harbor statement, and do take a moment to make yourself familiar with it. In short, we cannot provide legal or tax advice, so everything we discuss today is for information and educational purposes. The webinar is also being recorded, and you will be sent the link to rewatch or share it after today. The viewing console is customizable, so you can have a little play with that and adjust the screen to your liking or zoom into some of the slides later on. If you have any questions, please do enter them into the Q&A chat box to the left-hand side. We'll do our best to answer them in the time that we have, and where we don't get around to, we will pick them up one-to-one after the webinar. So this is getting exciting. Let's have a look at the agenda for today. So we will be kicking off with an overview of the current and upcoming global e-invoicing and live reporting mandate landscape, and dive into some specific examples and projects that we observe in that space across Europe and in the world. There will be an exclusive look behind the scenes and our product solution map and upcoming releases. And that bit, by the way, is truly exclusive to you as Avalara partners. We'll dedicate time to talk connectors and also look at ways to partner with us and news and enhancements that we've made to our partner program. Very importantly as well, we will look at the areas of opportunity that can be key to hyperscale revenue for your business. On that point, we will have our marketing expert explaining the marketing and going to market materials we have available to you. So this is the moment where we're lifting the curtains, and I'm actually proudly presenting you our speakers for today. So we have lined up for you an all-female, by the way, powerhouse of minds, actually bringing to you our top talent in the e-invoicing and live reporting space from Avalara's product, tech partnership and marketing team. My name is Michael Leroux. By qualification, I'm a bookkeeper, and I specialize in indirect tax compliance solutions, and I head up Avalara's European technology partner practice. With me today, I've got Camilla Ferhat, our invoicing industry thought leader and tax advisor with over 15 years of specialism on the subject. Camilla is one of the leading e-invoicing product managers and directors at Avalara. She also represents Avalara in the space of policy making and working with government bodies. Eileen Kane is one of our most senior technology partnership and indirect tax subject matter experts. She's been pivotal in growing Avalara's partnership mode in the space of VAT and e-invoicing in recent years, and she is your go-to person figuring out your most suited next steps towards e-invoicing. Lucy Payne is joining us from the e-invoicing and live reporting product management side of things. And Lucy is the person to know when it comes to navigating and helping to familiarize us all with the actual e-invoicing and live reporting product that we refer to as ELR, abbreviated. And that would be looking at dashboards, functionality, and general navigation. Last but not least, I'm introducing Claire Gold. Claire is leading Avalara's European partner marketing practice, and she's an expert in the field of going to market and growing your business, leveraging the Avalara marketing toolkit. Behind the scenes, but no less important, we have Lizzie O'Brien from our marketing team, and Lizzie is operating in the background and producing today's webinar for us. So thank you, Lizzie. So this is it, ladies and gents. Without further ado, I'm passing the spotlight over to Camilla to take us into the mandate update. And I will see you again for the key takeaways at the end of the session. So enjoy. And Camilla, over to you.
Thanks, Michael, for the introduction. Can you hear me well? Just wanted to confirm. Yeah, cool. So I'm delighted to be here today to share with you the latest news update about the e-invoicing and e-reporting regulations all over the globe. And also, as explained by Micah, I will share with you some update related to our ELR product and our strategy to support our partners our client in this highly complex and changing landscape of e-invoicing. So let's start by spending some time into some of the reasons behind these e-invoicing and e-reporting obligations. Tax authorities all over the globe are introducing mandatory e-invoicing and e-reporting, driven usually by different objectives that could be different actually from one country to another. But what we noticed is that tax authorities enhancing tax compliance is a major goal for tax authorities. So by requiring electronic invoicing and real-time reporting of the data, tax authorities have access to the e-invoicing data of the company, and sometimes it goes beyond invoicing data because they can be requesting for accounting data and other type of data. Closing the VAT gap is a priority for the tax authorities, as it can be reduced through accurate and timely reporting, and this obviously helps government to secure the revenue needed for public services and infrastructure. Last and not least, tax authorities see the e-invoicing and e-reporting as a key to pave the way for more efficient tax audit and better data analytics. And this will obviously enable tax authorities to respond swiftly to economic changes and trends. So tax authorities are going digital, and this is why they are also introducing these e-invoicing and e-reporting obligation all over the globe. Next slide, thank you. So this slide shows the past, the present, and the future of global e-invoicing tornado, as we call it in the industry. Due to the time constraint, I will maybe focus on the countries where we had significant changes during the last 6 months. You will have the slides, so you can go through them. And if you have any questions, you can go back to us and ask us your questions. So there are a lot of changes, and I'm actually updating this slide almost every week. So maybe I can start with Greece. In August 24, Greece introduced a significant update in their tax regulation because with implementing what is called electronic delivery or e-delivery. The Greek government introduces two critical phases for the adoption of this e-delivery. The first phase will start by September this year by mandating companies to share with the tax authorities the delivery document and send them to my data platform, which is already a platform used to send a lot of other type of document. And as a second step, businesses need by April 2025 to also share almost a real-time monitoring of the data. Malaysia, in August 24, the e-invoicing mandate in Malaysia went live, but the Inland Revenue Board of Malaysia announced a significant update regarding the implementation of the mandate, as they granted to businesses 6 months grace period to be prepared for the mandate. So in parallel, what companies can do is to send to the Malaysian tax authorities consolidated invoices instead of sending detailed invoices. In France, we saw that the French tax administration published the list of their accredited PDPs, platform dematerialization partner. From Oman, we were expecting a mandatory e-invoicing to be to start actually next week, but the ambition to introduce this e-invoicing is obviously postponed in 2020 until 2025 because we didn't have any technical specifications about the mandate. Ireland, if you followed the changes, launched a public consultation last year And what they did is that based on the different feedbacks that have been received from the businesses, from the different stakeholders, they published a report this summer where they explained the different feedbacks from the business. So the report is available online, and you can go into the revenue website if you need to learn more about what have been shared by the businesses in Ireland. Sorry. Slovenia, starting from June 26, Slovenia will mandate invoice reporting for B2B transactions. So it will be an e-reporting obligation where businesses need to send the data to the tax authorities. Obviously, the B2C transactions can be or the invoices related to B2C transactions can be exchanged in paper format. At this stage, based on the last information that we have, the draft bill is waiting for approval by the National Assembly. Spain, we've been following Spain for the last 2 years. Each year we were expecting for an e-invoicing mandate in Spain. So it will not be this year and probably not next year, because the changes that we had this summer is that the EU Commission finally approved the royal decree where Spain is planning to introduce their e-invoicing obligation. So what we are expecting this year is the publication of the law, and after that they will need to publish their technical specifications in terms of the requirement of the mandate. So monitoring against Spain. In the UK, the HMRC announced this week actually that they are soon going to launch a public consultation about e-invoicing. The public consultation is not written yet. They are in the process of exchanging with businesses, with stakeholders in order to see the content of these public consultations based on the different exchanges that we had actually this week. This public consultation is expected from January. Last but not least, Germany. Kind of not news, but businesses have only 3 months to comply with the e-invoicing mandate in Germany. So small businesses or whatever the type of the businesses have to be ready to receive invoices in Germany. Maybe we can move to the EU with VIDA, VAT in the digital age. So the European Commission on May 24 published an updated draft of the value added in the digital age package. This package includes actually 3 different pillars, and the one on which we will be focusing today is the digital reporting requirement. So the EU Finance Minister Forum discussed the content of this directive in May and June this year, but they didn't achieve political agreement, as one of the member states still disagree on the expansion of the VAT in the digital age report. So next step for the VIDA is that with the change from Belgium to Hungary of the rotation presidency of the Council of the EU, we are expecting that this subject will be discussed probably in October and November to see if the EU members will come into agreement or not. Maybe some words about what are we expecting in this VIDA, or what are the changes. The first point is related to the fact that the use of electronic invoicing should become the default system in the EU. But in order to take into consideration the political feedback from the different countries, member states should be allowed to authorize other invoices for domestic supplies. So paper invoices could be authorized. The EU members do not need anymore to request for derogation, and the buyer acceptance is not required anymore. In terms of the format, the business need to issue and receive invoices that are compliant with the EU standard. And here again, if member state want to accept other local format, this will be possible. In terms of how the invoices will be issued, so it has been indicated in the VIDA that member states can check the technical format of an invoice, but they cannot make mandatory the use of a centralized platform or a clearance platform. So businesses can choose how they will be sending their invoices. Again, in terms of format, we have been discussing a lot on structured format, which is compliant to the EU. But good news for the business, hybrid invoices such as Facturex or Zugfert will be authorized as format to be exchanged in Europe. The deadline to submit these data will be 10 days after the chargeable event has taken place. And finally, the bank details related to the payment will be mandatory information to be added to the invoice that will be exchanged between taxpayers. So now that we've reviewed the latest regulatory update, let's take a look at how Avalara is proactively addressing the requirement to ensure the compliance and to support our client and partners all over the globe. So I'm delighted to share some significant update and our achievement during the previous quarter. First, maybe about Israel. So excited to announce that Avalara is fully prepared to support our client and partners in Israel. Our solution has been live since May 2024. Same thing in Malaysia, even if the business has 6 months grace period to send consolidated invoices, our solution is live and we are able to exchange normal or detailed invoices through the system. From the US, last June, Avalara has successfully issued its first invoice under the DBNA framework. So for the DBNA, it's not a mandate, but it's an option for the businesses to be able to exchange invoices in order to reduce the payment and really to accelerate the payment of the invoices. As I said, France published the list of the PDPs. So the good news here for us is that Avalara has received the PDP accreditation in France. And this accreditation allows us to offer certified services that meet the French requirement. Regarding these items, if you need to have more information, you are more than welcome to visit our website where you will find useful articles about Malaysia, USA DBNA, and also the accreditation process in France. We have also new connectors, embedded partners, so we are continuously expanding our ecosystem with new connectors and embedded partners, and Eileen will walk you through the new connectors and the ones in progress in few minutes. Again, more enhancement in ELR monitor. So the monitor has undergone significant enhancement, offering an improved functionalities and better user experience. Lucy will walk you also through the new features and present them in a few minutes. I will also share with you some news about the Avalara directory. So we are pleased to introduce the Avalara directory, which is a comprehensive resource that provides detailed information about the trading partners, the networks that are used by client. And last but not least, we are proud to be recognized by the IDC MarketScape as one of the leaders on the e-invoicing area. So maybe Lucy, if you can explain to us why this recognition is important for us, for our client and partners?
Yeah, thanks, Camilla. So Avalara was named in the leaders category in the latest IDC MarketScape report, and this was in their European compliant e-invoicing solutions vendor assessment. So we're really pleased to be recognised as a thought leader in the e-invoicing space, and of course, really proud that all of the partners and customers that work with us are staying ahead of trends and ahead of the market, and that we are providing the most innovative solutions and keeping them on top of all the changes in regulations. So yeah, super proud of this one. Thanks.
Thanks, Camilla and Lucy, for those updates. Really exciting news that we've been recognized as a leader by the IDC. Now let's talk connectors. Having certified integrations for our solutions is essential for Avalara. It's been the way we've gone to market over the last 20 years. Our aim is to replicate that success we've had with over 1,200 Avatax integrations and extend this to our e-invoicing and live reporting solution. As you can see, this work is already underway. Our Avalara connector teams are building connectors to our top platforms, while at the same time, our business development team is busy working with existing and new partners to expand our moat to include connectors for e-invoicing and live reporting. We currently have more than 50 projects underway. You'll see on this slide those that are available now, and the list of those in development. So there's really a great deal happening. So if your business platform or a platform your team has experience with developing is involved in sending or receiving invoices, we would welcome the opportunity to discuss developing a connector together. So please, get in touch. Let us know. Let's have some conversations, and we can continue building more connectors together. Now back over to Lucy with some more details on our recently released Workday connector and some ways we're helping partners to build connectors faster.
Thanks, Eileen. So as Eileen said, Workday connector was released earlier this month, and it is now live on the Workday marketplace. So we've been building this hand in hand with Workday over the last 6 months, and it's really been a collaboration. Our developers have been working closely together, and we've actually been announced as a Platinum Innovation Partner, and we were the Partner Innovation Award winner as well last year. So really exciting news there. And one of the reasons that we're particularly proud of this connector is that it's been certified as built on Workday. And this has quite a rigorous certification process. And we are actually the first software partner to have an app certified as built on Workday. And we wanted to do it this way so that customers have an embedded experience. We know how important it is for you partners that your customers really have their solution embedded in the partner interface. So this is the first step towards a whole roadmap of embedded experiences that we want to deliver. So one of the reasons why we were able to deliver the Workday connector so quickly was because we leveraged something that we call Avalara Connector Studio. So this is a low-code platform, and essentially all of our connector content is stored in here in a centralized repository. So every time we build a connector, we have sort of pre-made mappings, functions, pre-made workflows that we can leverage. And this is really going to help us to accelerate quicker through that connector roadmap. And we're excited to be able to use this, as Eileen said, with any future partners that want to work with us on a connector. So Camilla briefly touched on this. We've this quarter released some changes to our monitor application. We've completely redesigned the interface and just uplifted all of the content that's in there. So we've had feedback from partners that their customers in particular, really want to be able to customize the application and see the data that's most important to them. So what we've done is we've removed the old, what was called the Insights tab, and it's now become this new dashboard. And essentially, what you can do is use the data that's in the monitor to create reports, create charts, and give you a snapshot of the business data that's really important to you. On the Documents tab, which is the second tab along, where we have all the line items of the documents that have been coming in and out, we have added some more data fields to this after receiving feedback that customers wanted to get all of the details for every single piece of the document in one application rather than having to go and search it in different systems. And following on from that, we have this new deep dive screen that we're calling Events, which goes through the timeline in detail from when a document has left its origin and arrived at the destination. And what this is helping to do is better pinpoint where a document has gone into error. So this will hopefully save partners a lot of time in triaging customer issues, because customers can now better self-serve, identify where a problem has happened, and then hopefully resolve it. Understand that these screenshots are quite small and it's difficult to see, but all of our new content in Monitor has been documented and it's available on our Knowledge Center page, and there will also be some demos done as well in the next week of this, and they'll be made available on the website too if you want to find out more. So moving on from the Monitor, our other user interface is our onboarding and activations UI. Now we've also this quarter completely redone that as well. And we really wanted to try and make this a much more structured and stepped approach to onboarding. So customers now are going into what we call this mandatory onboarding flow, where they have to complete each step before being able to move on to the next. And they have to at least fill out the minimum requirements for each of the steps before they are able to go into the sort of main activations UI. So this is hopefully going to really reduce the time that customers are in that professional services spot before they go live. And also what we're trying to do in 2025, which I'm sure all of our partners are interested in, is making this experience available via APIs, and also doing private labeling of this experience for our partners as well, as I know that our partners are really keen to get that. So again, all of the information on this new experience is available on the website, and we look forward to hearing from you about ways that we can use APIs and private labeling to bring this experience to you and your customers in the new year. That's all from me.
It's Lucy. So, global business network to facilitate the trade. So, from Avalara perspective, our plan is really to help our clients to easily exchange documents with their business partners. In order to do that, we have been working during the last months into different things. First thing that we have been working on is to provide our users with a global directory that can be used to search and to find the different trading partners they are trading with, to find them in the different networks that are using. So with our interoperability approach for Avalara ELR, we will create a new, easily accessible global business network for trading partners by providing users with the ability to exchange documents with other Avalara ELR users, with other partners that are on the people directory, the global one or the local ones in New Zealand, Japan, Singapore, Malaysia, DBNA. We are already connected with a lot of public platforms, and our plan is also to allow our client to exchange documents with their trading partners that are in or that are using other private network. So the plan really for us is to be interoperable with private and public and international networks. So the global business network concept, featuring interoperable network from various providers and user-friendly directory, will really enable our user of ELR to trade with anyone, anytime, and anywhere. So maybe I can show you a slide or of the directory. So as you can see here, we've built what we call the Avalara directory. This is accessible through the monitor. There is a dedicated tab called directory. It can be used by the users to identify the trading partners with whom they are trading. They can identify, as you can see in the screen, the network used by the trading partner, the different identifiers that are usually mandatory in an invoice, the type of the supported document, and information about the location of the trading partner. The result of the search can be filtered using different criteria, such as the country, the network, and the identifier. The search can be done manually or using a badge, which is really excited for businesses who want to do this research for multiple trading partners. And the next step for this directory is to build an API. So the user can search for the trading partner directly using the ERP and the API. So as you've just seen, impressive news, new features have been delivered in the previous quarter, but we are not stopping there. We are already working on the next wave for the countries that will be supported in Q4 and the next quarters. Our plan for this quarter is to support Spain SAI, Denmark, improve the mandate in Israel and Italy, because we are expecting from new technical specification in Israel. We are also improving the people network, as we will be supporting message level response and wildcard. And that's it from my side. Eileen, maybe over to you to walk us through our partnership opportunities.
Okay, thanks Camilla. Lots of things happening, and now I want to talk about how our partners can benefit from that. So as all of you are current Avalara partners, many of you are already aware of the opportunities that partnership brings. And our aim is to continue to expand our partner moat to ensure mutual success. And adding e-invoicing and live reporting to the suite of solutions partners can offer their customers increases the value-added opportunities for all. So how does that? So what does that mean for our partners? There are the ways that our partners can benefit from ELR or being a partner of ELR is in many ways. You now have more opportunities to refer business, expand services, and build integration. So all of the ways that you previously engaged with Avalara remain, but you now have another solution in your toolkit to discuss with your customers, to add services you're offering, and potentially build more integrations. We can delve into each of these a little bit more. So for referring opportunities, you may have heard the announcements that Avalara has introduced a new partner program this year, which is rolling out internationally. That improved partner program enables and empowers our partners to provide added value to your customers, fueling the growth that drives success. For referral opportunities, start discussing e-invoicing with your customers. Ask us for help. We're happy to join those discussions and refer those opportunities through your strategic alliances manager, the partner portal, or getting in touch with one of us who's on the webinar today. With the new partner program, we've introduced some exciting changes to our financial incentives for referrals, which include multi-year incentives, larger range of incentives depending upon your program tier, and also having incentives for qualified opportunities for existing customers rather than just net new customers. There's also an opportunity for partners who don't want to receive financial incentives, who are not able to. They can elect to pass through a product discount to their clients instead of receiving those incentives. Great. So more ways for you to earn those incentives, and then moving on to building integrations. For our technology partners, we have two options for building integrations. So our standard connector program is where partners are interested in building an integration which includes developing that certified connector and referring your customers to Avalara. We'll manage the sales with your customers, and you receive integration revenue year on year for any customer who uses your certified integration. You also receive referral incentives for any opportunities that you registered with your strategic alliance manager or through the partner portal. And Avalara will support you with marketing enablement to increase the number of referrals and grow our businesses together. The second option is where some partners require a more integrated approach and decide to embed Avalara ELR directly into their platform. This enables them to own the customer relationship, the user experience, and support by having ELR as an extension of their platform's functionality. Embedded partners will build the full integration as well as automated customer provisioning. They then bundle the functionality and the pricing into their customer pricing model and truly own their customer experience. A number of partners have decided this is the best route for them. Two examples being NetSuite and Blackline, where Avalara ELR is powering their e-invoicing solution, and they are rolling out e-invoicing to their customers directly in their platform. So we're happy to discuss these two models and what works, best for your needs. And last but not least, let's explore how accounting partners can benefit from ELR. Avalara e-invoicing live reporting projects are partner-led implementations. So it's important to join our certified implementation provider program to take advantage of this opportunity. The first step is to get your professional services team members certified to implement ELR by becoming Avalara certified implementation experts. Joining this program will allow you to earn more revenue, elevate your offering to your customers, and gain access to our partner success team to receive dedicated implementation support. Your consultants, I think we can move to the next slide. Yep, and your consultants will also receive dedicated access to training and tools, coaching and support, and increased opportunities to collaborate. So if you have any questions about how you can benefit from Avalara's partner program for e-invoicing and live reporting, please get in touch, and we're happy to discuss the ways we can work together. Now over to Claire Gall with our marketing updates.
Thanks, Eileen. Hi, everyone. So going to run through how we support our partners from a marketing perspective. So there's a few ways that we do that. One of the things that we're really focused on now is to increase the frequency of communications that we have with you to really build our community and make sure that you have differentiated and relevant content. The ways that we do this are mainly through monthly newsletters. We also post relevant content on our LinkedIn page called Avalara Partners, and we also have an Avalara blog called Tax Desk. If you're not receiving the newsletters, please let us know, and we can make sure that you are subscribed so that you do receive that content that's relevant for you. The other way is we're really trying to help you to increase the Avalara footprint globally and really help us to amplify the messages. So we do this through partner enablement webinars. We also package up content to make sure that you have everything that you need, and all the messaging and positioning is really aligned to Avalara initiatives. We also provide speakers and subject matter experts for you if you're running partner events or webinars. And we also make sure that all the content is available to you through our partner portal and content repository. If I now go into how we focus on e-invoicing specifically, we have packaged up content for you, which means that it's very time saving, and it doesn't take it's kind of minimum fast, make sure that we can maximize the efficiency of execution. We have a number of digital assets that you can co-brand, and we can provide unique tracking links to drive people to gated landing pages, so we can really support lead generation, and anything that comes through to us from that channel is attributed back to you. The content is aligned to the buyer's journey, so we look at kind of top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, and bottom of the funnel, so you can pick and choose what kind of content you want to send to your customers and prospects. And obviously, again, with the outreach channels, we provide emails and social that are customizable, so you really don't have to worry too much about what message should you be communicating. We provide all of this for you. The other thing that we do is in our monthly newsletters, we have an e-invoicing content spotlight, and it's really good content that is beneficial for you to understand what's happening in the market, but also we want you to share that with your customers and prospects as well. We also provide webinar support, so if you want to run your own webinar, we can provide you with pre-recorded content. We can provide you with some slides. We can also talk to you about supporting you with a subject matter expert should you want to run your own webinar or run a webinar with us. And the other thing that we're really trying to do is run, specifically for ELR, is a quarterly webinar as part of this Lunch and Learn series, and the next one will be early Q1 2025. So, reach out to me if you want any more information on the content that we have and how we can help you, reach your clients, generate some interest in our solution. Thank you.
Fabulous. Claire, Camilla, Ali and Lucy, thank you so much, everyone. That was a really big tour through a lot of areas of the topic. We've had a very busy chat room, and I can see that questions are being responded to. We've got some very sophisticated mandate questions. We will actually, in the interest of time, because I can foresee where they're going, we will get back to you. I will pick up one question that was with regards to what is currently the waiting time to work with Avalara on a new connector build for ELR. Please do reach out. We're happy to have the conversation and start working in Q4 still. But as previously outlined by Lucian as well as by Aline, we're very busy, and it is worth to reach out as soon as you can. I would invite to move to the key takeaways for today. And there is no doubt the direction of travel is digital. This is coming. It is a global megatrend. E-invoicing, live reporting. The requirements are complex. That is the formats. That is the document language, archiving rules. It's really a sort of very multi-layered. The changes are highly dynamic, as Camilla pointed out so well. This slides that we are keeping updated is being addressed on a weekly, at times daily basis. So it is worth keeping in touch, working with us as a strong partner to have access to these changes as they happen. For your personal approach, for the business, and to support your partners, you do want to future-proof. You want to be ready for future mandates. It might be the more cost-effective approach to this. And we will we have made available a QR code on our final slide for today. If we can move to there, fabulous. So we look forward to hear from you either directly through email, or if you want to reach out through the quick read code that is on screen. We'll keep that there for a moment with your specific question or scenario that you want to run by us, by one of the experts, and that will allow us to come back to you. So at this point, we're 2 minutes over. We thank you for joining us today. We thank you for your partnership. We're excited to work with you. And with this, we are closing and wishing you all a great day. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Bye. Thanks, everyone.